I'm on. Okay, mute. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Is the house of Israel.
Shalom.
We come to give our honor to and Satanic. For that, a lot of people, just brush through it. Rock. Give rock. In class. Okay. All right. So, what I want to get to is we can be insulted, right, a certain way, and since it's so fresh, since it's so fresh in our head, that's how much anger we show. But the longer it take, the more we settle in. All right, let's look at this here. I think this is. Okay. Give me that first one. Give me Job 1 and 10.
1 and 10.
Yeah, I look for this.
1 and 10. Okay. This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 10. And it reads as this: Has not thou made a hedge about him, about his house, and all about that he has on every side? Thou hast blessed the works of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land.
Right. Okay. So he wants to attack Job. Let me at it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's not really fair because you got a hedge around him. Treat him like everybody else so I can touch him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's how Job. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to touch him. So he wanted to touch him, and so what I want.
Forth thy hand now, and touch all that he have, and he will curse thee to thy face. Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that is in thy power upon thyself would not put forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Right, and so there was agreement made that he's going to deny the Father's name, right? After I get, you know what I'm saying? So I know he can't take this little heat. I'm about to put, so that's how Satan was. Satan was betting that I'm going to break him. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So he had a problem. That's why, when the Father told Simon that, Satan come to sniff you like wheat. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand what kind of trouble they in. When Satan come after them. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't under the Father's strictly protection.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't know how you actually don't know how much danger you're in.
It's like that too. Like also, a lot of us actually believe everything you get, all the blessings you get, come from God. The devil can bless you with things too. You thinking it's coming from the Most High, not necessarily. Because, like you said, remember he told the Messiah, "I can give you the world."
Right.
So if he can promise that to the Messiah,
right,
you don't think he can give you something?
Right. I even gave you something.
There you go. Yeah.
He probably hooked you up once or twice. You didn't even peep it.
You know what I mean?
And you probably did peep it too. All right. So this is what we want to get into here, and so I'm gonna play this. I know a lot of people have probably already heard it.
The group putting on this publicity stunt, guys. Others say that it's just purely sinister, whatever you want to call it.
Now he said, whatever we about to show you, you can't. Why do he feel like that? Because he's the. But now, if you give the reason why he said can't nobody stop it, because he know the way he feel, that feeling is the highest you can go in the city.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? They feel the same way, and you connect to it. You connect with it. You know who you're dealing with. All right, so that's why they said that. Now, we continue on and listen to this.
Put 1-ton symbol of Satan from setting foot in Detroit. They've prayed, they've protested, gathered together to stand as one unified voice against this demonic spirit. But the devilish statue is still on its way, now planned to be unveiled this Saturday at an undisclosed location somewhere in Detroit. The event is being put on by the Satanic Temple, a group that first wanted to unveil the statue at Bert's Warehouse in Detroit. But when patrons started to complain, Bert's backed out, and event planners looked for a new venue. On its website, the temple insists it's not a religious group and believes in the pursuit of knowledge and freedom of will. That includes, they say, the freedom to offend. And the statue is more than offensive to many. It was created in response to a monument of the Ten Commandments placed here on the grounds of the state courthouse in Oklahoma City.
What?
Ultimately, the temple says that's where they want to place their 9-foot statue permanently. But first comes Saturday night's unveiling, and if you're looking to get in some FaceTime with Satan, the temple would love to have you. The party promises dancing and music starting at 8 p.m. Tickets start at $25. But if you'd like to get your picture taken on the satanic symbol's lap, that will cost $50 more. Turns out the freedom to offend isn't very free at all. So to prevent people from protesting the event venue, the organizers are not announcing where the unveiling will take place until the day of the event. Ticket holders, we are told, will be notified via email sometime Saturday.
Right. Okay. So now, actually, so this happened in 2015.
Okay.
But the killer part about it is that the statue it never went nowhere. You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still here, right? And now, even when Abner was talking to the individual, he asked her, about each other, and she went and said that she deal with satanic stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so now, as we're talking to people out here, we're starting to see stuff, different because we're coming at a different angle. What do we see? We actually see. So that satanic, they got members, got a place, a lot of stuff they wouldn't be doing, because they know the only reason why this place have not been punished yet is because the Father's trying to get us 47:19. It's not even about them.
One thing about you have to know that this is like really towards the end, because those little cults or satanic thing, they used to always do things in undercover and hide. Now they just coming straight out forward. There's no hiding. Like they don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those little seances and all those little things, they would never dare put something like that publicly. Also to that, you know what I mean?
And that's the killer part.
So you have to be, you got to know like those end times are coming. All right, this is the book of Psalms. Chapter 147 and verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Keep going on.
Yeah, he showed his word unto Jacob. Okay. He's saying what he'll show to one, and only that he's dealing with one, right? So these are the only people he's dealing with, Israel and Jacob, right? Keep going.
Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation.
You know what I'm saying? He don't even mess with no other nations. You know what I'm saying? He telling you I don't even deal with them. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they in trouble is because they mess with you. The reason why you in trouble,
not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Right, and then for his punishment, they have not known the Father's punishment. Yeah, we know his punishment of what's going down. They have no clue. I mean, they have no clue. of what, that's how they about to get punished.
Team.
Okay, keep going. For his judgment, they have not known them. Oh, that should be the end of that then.
Yeah, that's the end of that.
Okay. Go to the next one.
What do you mean, your next scripture you got?
Yeah. So, I'm looking to find my way in.
I think this is.
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 3 and verse 1. And it reads as this. As he sheweth me, Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel.
Yeah.
All right, this is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14. And it reads as this. It's for the Levites left their suburbs and their possessions and came to Judah. You say 2 Chronicles 2 and 11, right?
No, 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians, okay, man.
Something like that.
No, you're good. I thought I heard you say that maybe. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 11. Let Satan.
Advantage of that would have never went down like that. Right? And we know that the other nations, anything can happen that he sees coming. Right? Now, did you know that Detroit murders has went down like tremendously? Because ain't nothing changed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're still the same. The police force, I'm sure they do an excellent job, you know what I mean? Yeah, and tracking down people and stuff like that. But that's not gonna make them stop. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna catch people and put them in jail. But I'm telling you, because most of them don't have, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? That's if he loves his people, and the more he loves his people, the easier for him to get through to them and be able to make his point, right? All right, go to 11, 14, 15.
Oh, 11 and 14. Okay. For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So what do you mean? No marvel. You know that Satan is what he doing? He transformed into a marvelous light, right? Okay. And so what that means? That's what you want to give your trust to, the right light. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Father. So if you're gonna transfer himself into the Father, right? So who he's deceiving? He's deceiving you. Right? Now watch where I'm going with this. Where in the Bible Satan came to Ishmael and talked to him about nothing? Where in the Bible Satan came to Esau? Esau is Satan, so he definitely ain't coming to himself. You know what I'm saying? All right, where in this Bible where Satan came to the Japanese and said anything? The attack is always us. Do you know what I'm saying? He ain't attacking them for nothing, because he's not gonna tear his own house down. Go to finish up there.
Verse 15.
Right.
Therefore, accordingly to their works.
Right. So what he's saying, the people that's on his team, his kids, I just put it like that. People that do what he say. Right. They also have some power. You know what I'm saying? Because they're feeding off him. They got some type of wisdom on how to get you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what he's saying right here. You know, and they also, because it's in their blood, you know, to come against you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about you got one friend or you know two people. I'm not talking about that. Or your auntie is married to, you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a nation. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about no salt and pepper and fully nation. So, all right, where we at now?
We finished.
Go to Matthew 12 and 25. Right.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 25. And Jesus knew.
Make you believe that it's gone. right? And then put it up somewhere in your city where now they go worship it on a secret thing. And, you know what I'm saying? Right up all types of stuff. And you got even women's, they, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Right. So, and so these things here, that we know not, we still got to be careful of witchcraft.
God.
Right. Okay. This 12:26. I mean, that's just what I heard.
26. Okay.
Yeah. One of those cool.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. Then how?
The Africans. That's better. So say it's not going to go against the other nations, right? And so as a whole, Wu-Tang, that's what we with, right? And we've been scattered among the world, so we with everybody,
God.
right?
64. Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other.
Okay, so what did he do? He scattered us among all people. So how did he do that? Through slavery, right?
God.
Took us on slave ships, went every which way but loose, and now we scattered among all people, right?
God. Even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
All right, so what is wood? Wood is Christianity. Wood is stone. Stone is the Mecca stone.
God.
Right, right. So back to the illustration.
Yeah, God.
And if you can't understand the illustration from your own forefathers, you dig what I'm saying? Something wrong with you. You've been disconnected somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you chocolate covered. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not who you are. Because
Fast and somebody done said something, and you can tie it in.
yeah, you can tie it in that way, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
'83 and 2.
Yeah, and so when they when they put the statues down here, when they got demon time praying against, it's about, you got to be woke. You cannot be walking in this world sleep, not knowing demons is everywhere.
God.
You know what I mean? You're not prayed up. You're walking out the house. You ain't prayed in months. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Come on.
This is the book that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Okay, so that enemy make a tumult.
Keep going up.
Yeah.
Verse 3. And they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So thy enemies, they come together, right?
God.
Right. So why? Because they're all on the same agenda. Even though they don't like each other, they come together because they really are, and they don't even like each other.
God.
The Chinese man ain't gonna tell you who you are. You know what I'm saying? And all of them know. Because that's one thing they agree upon.
My friend.
They're friends for a minute.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I say, I got a precept for your witchcraft. So this
What, 3 and 6?
33 and 6. On the tub or however they do it, you know what I mean? You're throwing crystals down or whatever. I get it. I get it if you want me to.
No, I mean, what is that again?
2 Chronicles 33 and 6.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I better get some light on this one. So yeah. You can't see nothing. In the valley of the son of the Hanam. Also, he secured time and used enchantment and used witchcraft. and dealt with a familiar spirit and with wizards. He brought much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger.
That's just saying you right there. See all that and that brings the Most High to anger.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, now that's witchcraft, and also, once again, that's false idols.
Right.
You worshiping a false idol again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So those of you out there were talking about it don't mean nothing yet. You just read the scripture right there.
Right.
It provokes them to anger.
Yeah.
Like I say, not to you know what I'm saying, but that's an idol you worshiping again. You know, what's the stars, quasars, and all that? Those are idols.
What did I stop reading that for you?
For me, stopped at 6.
Okay, let me continue. And he caused.
Yeah, that say something too. Yeah.
And absurd in the sight of the Lord to. And he set a curved image, the idol which he had made in the house of God, and which he had said to David and to Solomon the son in the house and Jerusalem.
And I know this is a little off subject. I just like how he said, when he say forever, he didn't say the whole world. Right. He say Israel. You know what I'm saying? So how do you misconstrue that? You say Israel for.
We stopped at 83.
Yeah, Psalms. That's where you was at.
You can go ahead and we can find where you stopped at.
I don't think we read 3. I don't believe we were.
Okay.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 4.
Right. So they came together, and it's pure wrong. So what's one of the crafty counsels? And so now you're starting to see, we think we're playing to them. Maccabees 3:35.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 35. And it reads as this: to wit, that he should send an army against them to destroy and root out the strength of Israel and the remnant of Jerusalem.
Right. So what they want to do, this is everywhere though, that he should send an army against them to destroy and root out the strength of Israel. That's us. We're not getting this shit. Right. Well, man, like, nigga, if I had a chance, if it wasn't for the Lord on y'all side, y'all be wiped off this planet. If it was up to some of them. You know what I'm saying? They're feeling like that. Okay, well, yeah, Maccabees 3.
Verse 30.
And so they wanted to take everything we got. And matter of fact, right now, the Africans are gone and the Arabs are there. You know what I'm saying? They cut the Suez Canal, separated from Egypt, and now they call it Israel. And so now they got this southeast. I mean, what? Right?
Middle East,
so called. East. You know what I'm saying?
So like if you go over there and say, I'm looking for a Middle Eastern man. Where? We ain't seen one. Where is he at?
They show us some pictures. Give me Chronicles. 1 Chronicles 21 and 1.
The 21 and verse 1. And it reads as
to number his own people, right? Which was against the law. Got struck. You know what I'm saying? Now David's at the Father's own heart. The Lord gonna help me. Sometimes, he probably see it where it's only fair. But you did this with Job. Why you ain't let me do this one like that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know how he come at the Father. And he could be all right to cut him loose. You know what I'm saying? Because he got some rights to be up out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He digging in some niggas' chest. God turned his back on him, And so that's the opportunity that this demon got. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and verse 18. Wherefore we would have come unto you, even I, Paul,
bit by a snake. You dig what I'm saying?
Angels, that's their job.
You want to do what he want with it, but he got it. Third,
well, I mean, like he First
Chronicles
Thessalonians 2 chapter 2 and 18.
Yeah, did you read that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Give me Luke 22 and 3.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 3. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Issachar, being of the number of the 12. Keep going.
Yeah.
Verse 4. And he went his way, commute with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. Verse 5. Of the multitude. Verse 7. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. Verse 8.
Where you at?
Luke 22 and 8.
Okay. Jump down to 31.
Okay. This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon,
he's trying to get with you. You know what I'm saying? And this is a fearful time, right? If you're not right, and he come to sniff you like weed, and he know he can do it, and you probably think he can't. And hold on, and somebody with good rep is telling you he wants you.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not.
Read that one more time.
Verse 32. I pray for thee.
So he praying to the Father for these, could be, go ahead.
That thee fail not. And when thou art covered,
you need your brother for these times.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Keep going, though.
Yeah, go to
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, and verse prophet, which lead thee by the way, and that thou should go.
Right.
Shouldest go.
Right. And so he said, I am the Lord, thy Redeemer, Holy One of Israel. Because he let you know right then, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord, thy God, which teaches thee to profit. Ain't no better way to be led. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely want to be going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? With your own decisions. You want to be able to hear, which if you say turn left, you want to be able to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be, you know what I'm saying? What was it, Isaiah what for?
48:17.
Okay. Give me Genesis 3 and 15.
I will put my enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Hatred, right?
Oh, shit. Let's look it up. I don't want to be mistaken by that.
Okay. Enmity between thee and thy woman. And see, this like like everlasting. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say there was nothing wrong. It just said all hate should be mutual. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a strong word and a strong, the position that you had to stand in. All right, can we a couple more. Right. Right, had the key to the bottomless pit.
And Satan.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's how much strength and power he had. Like no question. I mean, he grabbed that boy. You know what I'm saying? He laid hold on him. Wow. Finally stood him in his tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
That old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
And bound him. Strictly identify him and then bound him for a bankroll, right?
That he should deceive the nations no more.
He said, shut him up. Go back again. He said, shut him up.
And cast him onto a bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal
Right.
God, until thousands of years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season. Verse 4. I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
Hold. What did it mean, neither his image? Go back a couple.
Verse 4.
Okay, go ahead now.
And had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
Right, so neither his image. Right, and the mark is on the and that's which is out of the Bible. So they become more correct than the Bible do. You know what I mean? That's who they follow.
But the rest of the dead live not again until 1,000 years were finished. And this is the first resurrection. Verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection, and no such second death have no power. But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and should be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out and deceive the nation which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together.
Right, so hold on. Gog and Magog, they're China and Russia. See, God, my God.
Yeah, I got you.
China and Russia.
We was at Revelations 20, right? And the number of whom is as sands of the sea. Okay. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of, and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever.
Oh, shit. It's a bad motherfucker.
Verse 11. I saw a white throne and him that sat on it, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open. And another book was open.
Two books was open.
And which is the book of life? And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works.
Hold
on. John.
Right. So behind your grace, what you need, and that's what I'm trying to tell them is that when you're dealing with Moses, you know, he's more like the prosecutor. You got to do these laws or he's gonna stone you to death. But Yahweh shall come in and say, I died for their sins. I'm going to give them grace. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, y'all, well, you ain't going to get stoned together, you know, so you can get back and redeem yourself. Yeah. Right? Give me 1 Kings chapter 8:47.
They were carried away captives.
Right. So what we got to do, we got to rethink ourselves. Why? Because we're in this land, right? So in this land, we got to start thinking who, right? Because that's our power, right? And so when we start rethinking ourselves, then continue on.
Whether they were carried away captives, and make supplications unto in the land of them that were carried them captives, saying, we have sinned, we have done perversely, we have committed wickedness.
Right. So how you do that? By breaking God's laws. That's the only way you're gonna do that, right? Right. There's no other way to do that. So go help get us out of them. Right, because you're gonna need them. Ain't no disappear. You ain't got no cross to pick up and walk with. Okay. Continue on.
Verse 48. And so return unto thee with all their hearts and all their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name.
Right. And that's just telling you how he preferred. I need you to pray this way. Like that. You know what I'm saying? To you don't mean which way I pray. If he tell you and you don't see that, how important you are for him to even ask you anything and wonder about much of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. All right, we can go ahead and close it off with
They showing you, this
right?
and
Something bad. Because you keep the law, a lot of great things can happen. You can break it, a lot of bad things can happen. But the law itself, it's nothing bad with it. We all want to be governed by it in some form, ways, or fashion. All right. Yeah. What's the last one?
We was on 1 Corinthians 15 and 56.
Okay. All right.
You already read that one.
57.
Lord Jesus Christ.
All right. Thanks be to God, which give us a victory through the Lord Jesus Christ. Why? That's still going to keeping the commandments. Because that's where your victory is. So get this class, overcome the wicked. All right. That's HR Detroit.